minutes today. 90 minutes. This is the environment we want. This is the environment we work for. Together, the staff, the players, everyone together. We respect ourselves and we believe in each other. You're teammates, yeah? We go hard for 90 minutes. Let's go, boys, yeah? USA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Passion in soccer is something that I think we all have. I really believe that we have enough talent in this group to prepare for the Olympic Games.
Has one with him, he'll do it himself! And the U.S. equalize.
Round number 14, good.
Across Aronson!
Good job, USA!
We want to go to podiums, we want to win a medal, and it's very clear about what we want to do in the Olympics. So my name is Marko Mitrovic and I'm a head coach of US MNT Olympic team.
Guys, now you see why everybody wants to move to Arizona to live. See, beautiful weather. We have activation and warm-up. We're gonna have Rondo here, 4v4+3. Gonzo will explain the drill. We go offensive movements to the mannequins, and we have a build-up for the mid-third game. After that, and some finishing is the last part of the session. You good with that? Let's go to work. Red!
Olympics are a big event. It's one of the biggest events that humanity created, and I'm just extremely honored that I can lead this group to the Olympic Games for the United States.
Great, 3 balls, step up, last 3 balls. Here we go to play. Also from last from the other side.
And we just started this process. This is our first camp. Yeah, we want to learn about this group, very new group. We have players here from 2001 until 2005, so 5 different ages.
I will highlight the fact that we've got a great core group of young players right now. I'm 100% positive we're going to put together a wonderful collection of players that are going to push for a gold medal.
As soon as ball is there, you are narrow. We shift, you open. Very good.
Marko, I think, is a guy with huge aspirations and, huge goals, and, he tries to relay to us is, we want to play our way. We don't want to adapt to anybody else. We want to, enforce our dominance onto other teams and, make them adapt. So for that, that's probably the biggest one. And yeah, just confidence attacking and, relentless defending. I think when you have that relentless behavior, it makes attacking more fun and it kind of beats down on the other team, and yeah, then you just get control of games.
Summer 2022, they played the CONCACAF, and CONCACAF was actually qualifiers for Under-20s World Cup, but also for the Olympic teams. And fortunately, for all of us, they did both. So they qualified for Olympic Games and for the Under-20s World Cup. I was born and raised in Serbia. My parents, Stanko and Jelica, and I have 2 siblings, Vladimir and Jelena. Actually, my brother lives here in the United States, and my parents and my sister, they are in Serbia. Yeah, it was a wonderful place to live, and I just have great memories about my childhood. Actually, it was former Yugoslavia when I was born there, and first, let's say, 13 years of my life, it was Yugoslavia, and then was one country. And yeah, later we had some, I would say, like political issues where from one country became 6 countries that we have right now, and now it's Serbia. My father is engineer, my mother, I think we say linguistic, like finished the languages. I didn't have any close family that has any relation with any sport. I wanted to play soccer. My parents were always prolong that, like, okay, let's wait. So I was 9 years old, and I asked for the Red Star Football Club phone number. I was alone at home in that moment, and I just called the club and say, I want to play for Red Star. And they said, okay, we have tryout for your age. I do remember the date, September 5th, 1987. So yeah, that's from the street to the Red Star. And the Red Star was back then, 1991, like you would say, like now Champions League winner. I joined first team for the sessions actually when I was 15, 93rd. And then I was part of the first team for 2 years prior to my debut. And that day, I still do remember that game, was semi-final of the cup. I got maybe last 30 minutes, and when you're a young kid, that's like first step, like you can say, okay, now my dreams become true. When I was a player, like I said, I grew up in Red Star Academy and played back then for Yugoslavia youth national teams. And I had a lot of great talents, great teammates next to me. And somehow I felt like what are actually steps from being like young talented player until that you can really compete on the highest level. I have like a clear idea of what it takes and what are those steps in development phase of the players to become elite players one day. The two things like here, like you're saying, that pass center back to full back. So reference for Guti in this case that ball cannot go on the ground. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it goes over, but that pass has to be, he's that in that line. Mm-hmm. And the second, it's positive tendency of the back line. So that run from Nathan, we all shift towards him forward, not back. Yeah. 2016, I came here with Coach Veljko Paunovic. I was assistant coach in Chicago Fire. We worked 4 years in Chicago Fire. It's very difficult to predict what's the next day in your career, in your life, but at least we moved our base from Serbia to United States. And after Chicago Fire, again with Coach Pauno, we went to England together. That was the moment where like I said, okay, I want to go back to US and start to build my career here. There was an opportunity with US Soccer. I saw that as something that connected me, my values, my knowledge, and let's say my history, what we were talking about, of developing young players.
Real quick, improvement first or a good action first? What would you prefer?
I think right now we have good order.
So improvement and then good? Because that's but yesterday we did good and then improvement. Like yeah. It's a quick, simple change. I just want to.
I think the first one is actually our setup when everything is clear and obvious. Okay. The second one is with lot of rotations, so it ended up positive. Like it's a little bit different. I think the order so far is like.
So this one is a good example. The next one's improvement. Yeah. So let me just switch those two.
Learning about different soccer culture from this coaching point, it's easier for me to understand the players coming from different backgrounds, different social environment, and how to integrate them in a team, because I had that journey as a player.
I want to make sure that Japan is going to see that as well, so I'm going to make sure we do that one. For the central free kick, you'll be on the ball here. Collins will be on one side and Nathan on the other. That's all we need for that. Okay, just about our organization. And for the corner kick,
I think he's a deeply caring person. You can feel his commitment to you as a person, person to person. I think he cares about relationships. He cares about making sure that he gets the most out of people by taking care of them. I love his intensity, his passion, should I say. And I think he's got a great ability to provide clarity for players and for his staff about, what the demands and what the needs are and what his vision is. And I think that's why he's been successful.
Three things: intensity, togetherness, and communication. Just be sure in every action we have that, we are good to go. Okay? Action after action, we are executing from the beginning until the end.
United States and Japan meet in an international friendly as both teams prepare for Paris 2024. The United States coming off that 2-1 win over Mexico back on Wednesday as they prepare for the 2024 Olympic Games. Japan, they're also coming off a win over Mexico 4-1 on Saturday for Marko Mitrovic, who is in his first season as the head coach of the U23s for the United States. We are underway here this evening, a warm night here in downtown Phoenix. As Japan will send a ball up, grazing off ahead and out, and they'll win a throw in the United States.
Whenever you go into any competition, I don't think you ever go into competition asking who do we expect to lose to and who do we expect to beat, and hopefully we expect to win a few games. You go into it saying, hey, we're going to this competition to win this competition.
Great debut for Marko Mitrovic. Spent time with the U21s. Longtime assistant with the Chicago Fire as well as Reading in the championship in England.
I think we have a lot of strength, to be honest, with the players. Players coming from different leagues, bringing different experience. And just like we speak about technical, tactical, physical and mental demands of the game, I think that each player brings different aspects to the group. I really believe that we have enough talent in this group with the staff and players that we can use that time the best possible way to prepare for the Olympic Games.
Kamungo across Aronson!
Clearances, don't keep it here.
We all have challenges down the road, and sometimes some challenges are very difficult challenges. We just have to believe in ourselves. We have to push going forward, and we have to believe that tomorrow will be better, no matter how it looks like today.
Free kick for the U.S. and a fourth for the United States. And guess who? Duncan McGuire. And there is the final referee whistle. The United States, with 4 goals tonight, finish their trip to Phoenix with a 4-1 win over Japan. Gomez, Aronson, Morris, and McGuire, the goal scorers for the U.S.
It's a great feeling. It was a hard-fought win for the boys. Everything we executed all camp, I thought it was an excellent camp, and to finish the game, the last game of the camp, 4-1, and for me to get a goal and assist, it's a great feeling. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy.
one, easy go. Pan number 14, good. Number 22, I think, big hair, Chase, good.
Good game, USA. Good job, USA.
Hey guys,
Mr. Marko Mitrovic here. Answer a few questions.
Looking ahead to the Olympics, what are these two matches against both Mexico and Japan? What does that do mentally and physically for a young squad?
Yeah, actually, when we planned this camp, we wanted to play against good opponents, opponents that are going to challenge us from very first until the very last minute, and we got what we wanted, really two good teams, and something that we can expect. This is the level that we can expect in Olympic Games, and we just have to be ready for that, so we can grow through those games.
I feel like everybody has seen over the last few years the U.S. men's soccer team, whether it's the youth team or the senior team, has really gained momentum and gained traction, and it's becoming a bigger deal here, I think. So I think it's great to see because it's kind of a step in the right direction per se, and I know only 16 teams represent in the Olympics, so it's pretty cool to say we're one of them.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure. Pleasure.
Morning. How you doing? Morning.
Morning, everyone. How do we feel today? Good.
Yeah. Today, we're gonna talk about our out of possession against Mexico. We will have some clips from Gonza. We're gonna go to defensive set pieces.
I want you to think only about our principles, right? And how we want to apply those principles.
It's been a long journey for soccer in the United States, going from something that's relatively unpopular. You get some eras in the 20th century where you have global superstars coming and playing for teams like the New York Cosmos, and that captures a lot of attention, but then that attention fades and it sort of rises and falls and there's ebbs and flows. Then MLS starts around the time that the World Cup is in the United States in the 1990s, and that sort of starts a new growth, and it's been a bit more sustainable, even though it wasn't really a smooth early process for Major League Soccer. You get David Beckham coming to the Galaxy, you get Leo Messi coming to Inter Miami this past season. It's a huge opportunity for soccer in the United States to really grow and continue to evolve.
And they just bring more attention to the game, bring more people to the stadiums, just publicity all around, and put the game on a spotlight. And all the time when the game is around with like big names, or like you say, the big stars, it really helps games to develop or to be on that spotlight. I love Chicago as a city. Just in general, I just love Chicago, and me and my family. And we kind of knew very, very quickly that this is going to become our new home, place to live. We have my wife, Maria, and myself. We have 3 kids. Mitar, our oldest son, he's a student right now and plays soccer at Marquette University. My younger son, and Mattia, he actually plays soccer back in Serbia. And our daughter, Mia, she is with us in Chicago.
When did you guys officially move to Chicago? When did you start here?
I personally moved December 1, 2015. And then they moved summer 2016. We were waiting for school year to be done. I was in Kazakhstan before that, and then Belgrade for 5 years, and then came here.
Super cold or snowy in Serbia, or not really?
Not really.
Not in the city, right?
Not like here, yeah. This is our 6th country. I feel welcome from the first moment when we arrived here, so that was really nice. And the huge Serbian community here, it's really important. We have a lot of restaurants. stores, and of course friends around. Okay.
Please sit, man.
No, please.
No, but then you're gonna learn what is
I'm
what.
waiting for the tour,
What is
yeah.
what? Okay, so this is homemade bread.
Sure, she made everything.
Yes, usually I'm making bread. This is meat, beef.
Schnitzel?
It's kind of, yeah. And this is like a burek, mini burek, with cheese and spinach.
And these are all like traditional Serbian.
Yes.
Everything is very traditional. I think first 4 years with Chicago Fire, even if you ask my families, my kids, that was like the most memorable time in their lives. I don't know, they were enjoying going for the games, and it was a lot of fun for 4 years, great memories. We were very welcomed by people in the club, and also we met very fast. We create like a big community for ourselves with the friends here, and when I went to England, like my family didn't want to move with me. So that was like clear for me, like, okay, this is our like next place, and yeah, that's how we stayed here. Oh,
This is our favorite
spot.
for morning coffee. When Marko plays soccer, I loved watch all his games. Of course, when they won World Cup, that was the most important thing in our life. It was a really big deal, and when they arrived with gold medal, a lot of fans on the street, and yes, it was really nice memory.
So over here we have some of the family portraits. This is a ball from the 2022 Qatar World Cup with the signatures of all the US national team players. Then another World Cup ball. This is from the U20 2015 World Cup. Serbia won with Marko. As a dad and as a person, I think he's a very caring, loving, and selfless person. He's always there to help other people, and he's a role model. I want to be like him when I grow up. I want to be the type of person that he is. He's a very good person.
Coaching in professional sport, we talk probably about 150 nights away from the house every year. We are married now for almost 25 years, and I know that my wife perfectly understands what that means, and have all needed support from her and from the kids. The one thing that we are always trying when we are together to really use that time that we are together. You know, we don't separate, and we enjoy when we are together, just no matter what, that we are next to each other. Every time when kids don't have a session, we have one field, 5 minutes walking from here. So we talk about days off, then we always go to play soccer. Let's go. Score, score, score. Oh my goodness, they have to move the goal. Let's go.
You know, I learned everything I know. I learned from him. He made me who I am today, not just on the field, but as a person as well. At the end of the day, you learn so much, and the past few years, seeing football from his perspective of, you know, coaching and how many little details you have to pay attention to on the field as well, learning, you know, I was 13. I was just in 8th grade when I moved here, and everybody was so welcoming, and that's the culture in the United States.
When I look back 9 years ago, where we've been and where we are now, it is like American dream. Came here and to grow as a family here, to make steps forward in our lives, to see our kids growing, to achieving a lot of things here, and then seeing where we are right now. We are really, really proud. And soccer means everything for me. It's that just makes me rich, you know, makes me happy, fill out my days. It's a big love for me, and I don't know if I don't have soccer, what would I do in my life? I never think about that. Also, from my perspective, being a head coach of US Olympic team and representing this country at the Olympic Games, one event that is probably the biggest sport event in the world.
Trust me, you are much better than you think you are, guys. Even though that you think you're good, you're better than you think you are. On this level, there is no team that is not good. They are all good, but we are good also. You just have to believe in that. You have to believe in your talent. We go there, we just execute. And every player that came in, you made great impact. Great impact. That's how you put quality in the minutes on the field. Okay? Thank you, guys.